Hello, welcome to System Override, and we're your hosts. I'm Nick,
And I'm Alex.
and we have a show that'll get your blood pumping.
System Override. System Override.
We have Vinyl Press with a new twist. They have started reviewing their perfect tens, so these should get pretty interesting.
That's going to cause some interesting reviews. Hopefully no one fights. But you know who never fights? Car culture.
I don't think that's true. But you know who will definitely have fights in it? Beta. And that's a good thing. But first, we need to get to Vinyl Press.
It's everyone's favorite time of the week, Vinyl Press.
Woo! Thank you. That was hype.
Yeah, I need to do it once every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. All right. Today, our host is
The wonderful.
The only.
we got an album. What is it?
It is Drink the Sea by The Glitch Mob.
Which he is now revealing his shirt. Oh my god, it's been a Glitch Mob shirt the whole time.
I'm just gonna let you start this off with anything you want us to know about this album.
One thing I want you to know, it is the best album there is. And it's The Glitch Mob, if you're not familiar with them. They're an electronic group made of three guys, Edit, Beretta, and Ua are the names of them.
Let's just do like Drayton.
Oh. So,
Start with Drayton.
Gladly.
you want to know what I think?
Yeah.
I listened to it, and I know Glitch Mob, because I found them during my first year of high school. It was definitely a sound I really enjoyed back then, and I didn't enjoy it as much now. I'm still into it, I'm just not as hype about it now. So it petered off for me, but it's still a really good album. I have to give it that. People will definitely have different opinions, and
You got to have the same opinion as to how this works.
but
Yeah.
I still have negative things to say about it from time to time. But right now we're in the positive, so let's
Alright,
stick with
fair.
that.
Well, I mean, it was a review part to give positive and negative.
Well, he asked me what I liked, not what I didn't like.
Oh, he didn't ask you anything. I just said Drayton, and then you
I
went.
just asked
And
what
then
your- what
I
your
said,
thoughts.
"What should I talk about?" He's like, "What are the parts you liked?" I'm like, "All right."
Well, then skip that
And what I
and get
didn't
to
like.
the good bits.
Get to the little
Notice the
chocolate.
person who's saying "get to the good bits," which are the negative parts, is the person who's usually very negative about it. Just want to point that
I'm a
out.
positive person. Don't.
Look at
that
him.
scared
Stare
me.
at him. Again, it's just a sound I don't really resonate that much with anymore. So that's pretty much the negative, is that it's just not for me anymore, sadly.
It sounds like you just need to drink the sea.
Did you just try and
Yes.
work a pun in?
I did.
Couldn't tell. It was awful.
You need to starve your ego and feed your soul a little bit.
Oh my god. He's going super
That one is actually kind of good.
Yeah, that one's
I'm
actually
sorry.
decent.
I'll apologize. That one was pretty good. Okay.
Damn right.
All right, Sam.
I liked it. Drink the Sea. It was good. I really enjoyed the album artwork. That's one thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one thing that I really appreciate on a lot of albums is the artwork. Like for the album, I enjoyed it. I mean, it was good all the way through. It's like a pleasant sound to listen to. I have to say my favorite track though was probably "Drive It Like You Stole It."
That's
Mhm.
I actually enjoyed
that's
that
my
one a lot.
favorite.
Yeah.
my
I
favorite
think we
track.
all universally like that one.
That one's oof.
Yeah, super
Yeah.
good. All in all, I mean, it was a good listen, definitely.
All right. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Heard it from Sam.
So we only have one person to hear left from.
My turn. It was unfair that you picked this album. It was
No.
unfair from the start. 'Cause as soon as I heard that he was going to pick this album for this week, I knew it was like, crap. I've been listening to this album for years because I love it so much. Especially,
tell.
basically, it was one song that sold it for me. And it was Animus Vox.
That's a great song.
It's score time.
Yeah.
Scores.
Score time.
Scores.
Who we starting
All
with?
right.
Scores.
Let's start with you. You're gonna be the lowest.
Drake.
What, am I really?
Yeah. I think so.
I'll give it.
Great.
This album was good. I enjoyed it. I still feel like it's not for me personally because it's not the sound I enjoy as much anymore. I could still give it above average. I'll give it like a 7. It's not bad.
All right. Sam.
For this album, I'd probably give it. I'd have to agree with Drayton, like a 7.
That's fair.
I enjoyed it, but like it wasn't outstanding. So I feel like
All right,
7's a good
all
spot.
All right.
All right. I had a score picked out already. Although some songs aren't really my favorite, the songs that make up for it make it like a 9.
For Brian, his score.
What's supposed to get you from me?
10 out of 10.
I don't know. It was fear. So that brings the total score up to 33.
Best album.
These go live on Wednesdays with video on the System Override live show.
And it's chopped up, so if you want a shorter version, there you go.
If you want the good version of this,
Painstakingly chopped up.
You say it like it's painful.
Now that was interesting. Drink the Sea sounds like a really good album.
Definitely something different from the regular. It seems that we also have a new episode of Car Culture,
I would say the episodes this week have been pretty great.
but we've only seen one episode. Why would you say episodes?
Before we try to make sense of that, make sure you follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram.
Don't forget about TCWeekly.org.
Thanks, man. I almost forgot. Now back to car culture.
What's up, guys? I'm Austin, and this is Car Culture, the show where each week we break down a special car just for you. Without further ado, let's get episode 8 started right now. For all you Mitsubishi fans out there, this week we're breaking down the Mitsubishi Evolution, also known as the Evo.
Othos.
This all-wheel drive beast was made in Okazaki, Japan, and was produced from 1992 to 2016. This car was built to solely compete with the WRX in the early 2000s. So the Evo 1 all the way up to the Evo 10 come with the same exact motor, the 2.0 turbocharged 4G63. This motor came stock with around 330 horsepower, and some versions came upwards of 440 horsepower. The Evo was a very popular car in the racing circuits, especially in the WRC, which is the World Rally Championship. The reason the Evo dominated in the World Rally Championship was because of the lightweight chassis as well as the all-wheel drive drivetrain. As the Evos evolved, get it? As the Evos evolved, they basically made these cars rally ready from the factory, the only exception being not having a roll cage and upgraded suspension. As we get into the later generations of the Evos, such as the 8, 9, and 10, we can really see the difference in the body styles over the years. From the first generation Evo, they looked a little bit more rounded, almost like a Subaru Impreza look, but later into the years they became more blocky, sleek, and sexy looking. With the newer generations of Evos, it looks as if Mitsubishi is pushing away from the rally car look and giving the car more of a street car look instead. Like I said, the motors didn't change throughout the generations of the Evos because if something's not broken, why fix it? The only thing they changed to the motors was an upgraded turbo and stronger components in and around the vehicle. And that's what makes an Evo what it is today. Hope you guys enjoyed and possibly learned something new. I'm Austin, and this is episode 8 of Car Culture. Later.
Well, now that we've seen more than one episode, I would say yes, these have been great episodes.
Hey, man. It's in the script. I just read it.
Well, alrighty then. So what is going on around campus this week?
Well, on the 28th, we'll have make and take holiday cookie jars, which is always good because it's free cookies and free jar.
Free stuff? Oh, you know how much I love free stuff. I mean, who doesn't love free stuff? Especially free food. But the next free thing right now is beta.
When individuals began to collect more money than entire governments, things changed. Instead of buying islands, the Eris family bought entire countries. Fast forward several generations, and the Eris family owns 72% of the free world. They set up their own government, centered entirely around business. They called it the conglomerate.
It's nothing personal, V.
Where's Beta?
Don't worry, he's safe.
Jack?
What are you doing?
The Eris Corporation heard about Beta here and asked me to retrieve him for them.
How could you do this?
They offered me a very large sum of money. You understand, don't you, V?
I do. And that's the same reason they shunned me to the Greylands.
They also offered me immunity if I cooperate.
You're an evil person.
Hey now, I'm just trying to survive and pay my dues to society, just like you. Now, I've got to wait until Eris gets here to take the cube, so until then, you two stay here. I'm sure they wouldn't mind you guys either.
They're going to torture Beta.
That's not my problem. Do not let them leave that room.
You're not our commanding officer, nor are you paying us. Our task is to protect the package until an Eris unit arrives. Understood?
Yes.
What are we going to do?
We have to find a way to stop them.
And hopefully get out of here as well. I'd prefer not to be tortured.
Why would they even torture him?
He's an untapped matrix. They'll force him to do everything for them, even if he doesn't want to.
Suppose the most powerful company in the world can do whatever they want.
To think you used to work for them.
I'm low level.
Anyway, how are we planning on stopping them?
They want to use your matrix. The cube you're in is useless to them. We could embed him in something harder to move.
But what could that be?
The cloud.
I like that idea. Free reign over the entire internet sounds just like the vacation I needed.
Well, not quite. You won't be able to do much more than the average person, but at least you won't be restricted to a cube anymore.
We need to get out of here first.
We do, and I think I know how.
This week has been a great week for the show, with everyone bringing their A game.
That's very true. We had a jam-packed show, and it feels like we all came back with an extra pep in our step.
We've had a good look at everyone's next step toward the ending of the shows.
With that said, we must wrap this episode up.
That's very true. I'm Nick.
And I'm Alex. We hope you have a great day.
System override.